So on to the last video, and what we want to do is take this information and construct a graph. Alright, so every graph has an x-axis and a y-axis. So on the x-axis we would like to see the payment dates. So I'm going to click and hold. Recognize I am not clicking on the green square, but rather the entire cell. So click, hold, and drag all the way down till your very last payment date. Highlight all those values. Do not click, but scroll up. And then hold Control. And we want to highlight the interest that's paid. So holding Control, I'm going to click and hold on the interest paid and drag downward to capture all these values up until my last payment. Let go of Control, let go of your mouse, and then scroll back up. And then the last amount I want to highlight is the sum of principal payments. So I'm going to hold Control, I'm going to click and hold and drag. So in highlighting this data, you do want to be sure that you don't click more than necessary, or else Excel is going to try to think for you and recommend charts that are not going to suit our purposes. So once you have the information highlighted, go up to Insert, and you want to insert a recommended chart. The one we want is this third one. That's a really nice one. So what this chart is showing us is the portion in blue, which is the interest, and the portion in orange, which is the amount that goes towards the principal. So you'll see we have a scheduled payment of right around $400. So the height of this rectangle corresponds to the monthly payment, and the portion in orange is the portion that goes towards the principal. The portion in blue is the portion that goes towards the interest. So let's go ahead and rename Series 1 and Series 2. So we'll click on Chart Filters, and let's rename Series 1. Let me expand this window a little bit for us. So click on our chart, if your computer will let you. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay. So click on your chart. Series 1, we'll click on this, Edit Series, and we'll call the series name Interest. And Series 2, we'll edit the name and call it Principal. Chart title, Loan Payments. So we see on the x-axis we have our payment dates. On the y-axis is the corresponding amounts. Blue represents the interest, orange represents the principal, and you'll see if you add an optional payment, that will be accounted for in your graph. And in fact, if you change the number of years for the loan, this graph will automatically update. Okay, so this graph completes our Excel loan sheet. So when you have this finished, save it and then send me your Excel file over email, and I will inspect it and make sure it's working as it should, and make sure that this graph updates with this information. Alright, so thank you for your attention, and I will see you on the next one.